probably for comparison purposes, one cutting up to June 30th, so when you compare to the balance sheet, because you're stating amounts to July 18th, therefore it's not comparable. 18 days.
Okay, this should be answered.
So from 2000 to Georgia, one cutting a month, is stating what information compares to the balance sheet and the other one up to date.
I have a question on the late fees. I want to get to it real quick, so I don't hold you guys up. These fees that we're charging people they're not legal in Mexico.
It's not true.
Well, within our 16 hours, Article 36.
Okay. What I want to bring to your attention is on January 17th of 2009, we took a vote, okay? And in the minutes of those minutes weren't protocolized, by the way, okay? So they're not in Spanish. So what I did is I printed them out, had Lupita sign them so that they're admissible. And I want to read you the fact that on Article 36 it says, Jim explained the new proposal. First change fees were paid by after the 15th would be assessed 25. Second change after 30 days, $50 late fee. Additional charge 20%, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. Then it says, Lawyer Mesa explained that this was because we could not charge a penalty on a penalty.
Yes, because
Hold on. The vote to accept this, two changes were made. Now, when they made these, okay, when they took these notes, Ray wrote in here, after 30 days, a late fee penalty would be accepted. So that's one penalty. Then on top of that, an additional charge of 20% penalty on the unpaid fee balance is due. So that's a
It was
penalty.
changed in 2010.
Okay, so that's a penalty on a penalty, and we're still doing that. Well, you could change it to 10%, but it's still,
In 2010, it was changed again.
okay. So, but it's still a penalty on a penalty. Is that correct?
No, I'm not reading this, so yes, if you're saying so.
let me explain first of all. Please. What is the problem? A few days ago, Mark Rosenthal, who is not an owner in these days, came to my office with these minutes and said, Lupita, can you sign these minutes because I have to show that in that year I was an owner. And I said, yes, I can sign the minutes, but the secretary in English was Ray Sigich. So I don't know if he's confiable, trustable or not. And he said, it's only to show to my tax holder that I was here in that year. So I signed this because he lied to me. Evidently, this was to give to Fred. Nothing happened. In the paragraph that Fred read,
Lupita,
lawyer
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Let her finish first, then you can interrupt.
I just want to hear from the attorney if it's legal or not. Then that's the question.
That Fred Brown read says lawyer Mesa explained that this change that we made was because we could not charge penalties, because in the first CCNRs that we had, we were charging 2%, and let me read it. We were charging 2%, and after the 2%, we charged the 50%. So that's why we did the first change in 09. And lawyer Mesa refers to this article in the first CCNRs that we had. Then we changed this article in 2010 because the board said that the 20% was high, and in a general meeting, the people vote to lower the 20% to 10%. Okay? In this moment, because we have persons in court, the judge decides to hire we hire an expert, an accountant, to see if we are charging percentage by percentage, who is compound interest. And the special accountant says that no, that is not compound interest. And this is going to be in court, so the judge is going to say yes or no. What we know at this moment is that we were talking with the different accountants, experts, auditors, and they said no, we are not charging any compound interest. What is the way to find out? When we go to the end of the process that we already have in court, and the judge decides, yes, is right what you are charging, or no, you have to lower it. In this moment, as you know, if you go with this person is going to say something, the other person is going to say another thing. So we have to wait and trust the judge.
So Fred,
And each judge thinks differently.
Fred, the thing is that what was happening, what we could just explain is that before 2009, you guys were charging interest over interest, compounding interest, which you can't do. That's why there was a change. And that's where there's a penalty and an interest. So it's two different things. You can charge an interest over your fees due. You can charge a penalty monthly because that's what we agreed on. So if we'd agreed that there was $200-300 per month as a penalty, we decided, all of us. Okay, so basically at the end, as the people are saying, I mean, this is going to be, it's already been solved like 5 times, you know this in court, so, I mean, we'll just have to wait. I mean, if you think it's illegal, or your lawyer think it's illegal, well, that's your opinion. And my opinion is that it's not, so that's why we have it. The judge is going to decide who's right and who's wrong. So basically that's it. I mean, it's,
Are you certified in the court to represent people in the court?
of course.
Yeah? So you have a tarjeta, right?
Yes.
Through the state? And through the city?
Yes.
How come you don't go to the court hearings?
So,
No? No?
no. That's why my partner goes.
Okay. The issue here is you're filing these lawsuits on homeowners, and you're getting judgments on them. And if you lose in court, you're compounding the problem, because what that's going to do is that's going to come back on everybody here. If you lose in court, if you lose this in court, and the people here that you got judgments on and that you're getting liens on, like El Shantif.
But it's not that way. It doesn't work like in the States. There's no precedent here. I mean, the judge can rule one way with you and another way with us.
I'm just saying, you're setting a precedence
There's no precedent here.
In Mexico, no,
You're setting a precedence here for the people that you're suing, and if you get this, if the judge, hold on, if the judge rules against you, these people that you're trying to get, that you have a judgment like El Shantif, and you're leaning his property, they're going to come back. They're not going to sue you. They're going to sue the association. And if that lot's sold,
it doesn't work that way, Fred. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way.
trust me, I've already talked to, not you, I talked to several, not just my attorney, I talked to several attorneys on it. If that lot is sold, if we sell that lot, and they come back and say that these fees that you're charging, and there's a law in Mexico that says the max you can collect on any debt is 40%, period. And I don't care, you can go and charge whatever you want. And if it's illegal to collect more than 40% of what's owed, then it's going to come back on us. That person that you sell that lot, for is going to come back and sue this association, and every single homeowner here is going to have an assessment against their property to pay a fee.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's not my opinion.
I
It's,
have to say something too, is that we've been more than willing to work with people and discount the rate and bring them up to date. We have gone out of our way to work with people. And
5 years,
It's been
don't-
very, very positive. We want to have a good neighborhood.
5 years, the only person that's come and talked to me is Brian. 5 years.
Okay, well,
Okay.
this is a new board, okay? And it's a new year, and we've been trying.
And these fees that 10% compounded each month. Okay.
It's not
It, okay, it's 10% each month. Do you understand that? Okay, 10% a month equals 120% compounded a year.
We voted on it. Passed.
Well, it's wrong.
It's not.
Fred, I mean.
That's what I'm telling you.
Really,
It's
really.
entitled to their opinion.
You know what, we had 20%, and I talked to you guys and say, no, it's really high, and it's ridiculous. So everybody decided to come down to 10%. We all decided on
We
it.
had
So,
a community vote.
so I mean, if
What happens,
maybe,
what happens if that community is wrong? Like on the, just let me make one point.
No,
Do you-
you've been talking for 30 minutes.
Do you remember that-
Say one thing. Fred.
Good, good.
You said no one in 5 years has come to talk to you about paying your dues.
No,
Fred, do you know you owe the dues every month?
that's not the point. The
Do
point
you
is,
know that you owe the dues every month?
well, of course I do. And
No
I,
one's come to him, to anyone here and asked him to pay their dues. You know you pay your dues. You've done everything to violate this association since you've been here. You went to the court here in Rosarito, you lost there. You went to the court in Mexicali, you lost there. You went to the highest court and you lost. All you have to do, Fred, is just pay your lousy $105 a month, and your life would be happy. You wouldn't even have any gray hair.
okay. I don't, if you can see, I don't have gray hair. It's just not compared to other people. You remember
That's
that?
why
You
I got
remember,
my gray hair. When I came
You
here,
remember-
it was black, Fred. What are you gonna
do you remember the situation on the IVA? It was just a simple fix. And look at the emails. Look at the emails that went on over the IVA.
It got fixed. So
4 years.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah. We paid it for 4 years.
Oh, yeah, you paid.
4 years.
You and me were in Hacienda together.
And they told us at that meeting, I was there, Alvaro was there, they told us at the meeting we didn't have to pay it.
We had to pay.
No, we didn't, Lupita. No, that's not what, no.
I'm not from Hacienda, from the auditors of Hacienda. I have in writing
See,
that we have to pay the items.
yeah, but you never produced that.
That's old. That's old.
That's what
business.
we're
Yeah.
say on the.
That's not ridiculous.
But the point is, it took
Yes.
4 years in order to get it
It
straight.
wasn't.
This is going to be a liability problem that's going to come back on every single homeowner here.
I can understand your argument about if this happens, if it's more than 40%. I don't think that that's been the case on anybody that we've had. We've settled a number of lot owners have settled with us over the period, and nobody has gone all the way to foreclosure yet. And frankly, I'll be surprised if it ever does.
El Shantif, you have a judgment against him, and the judge came out on the 26th or 28th of June and said, I want to let you sell this property, auction this property off. All you need is one more appraisal.
Right? That's where we're at with them. They
Yeah.
could still settle if they wanted to.
And we're more than.
More than
We're
that.
trying
Yeah.
to get to them. I mean, we've always tried to get to them. We try to get to you, we try to get to everybody.
Lisa,
but
Lisa
I mean,
Pock,
I
Lisa
tried
Pock.
to get to Lisa Pocket. I talked
She
to
doesn't
his
even own
attorney.
the properties.
I talked to his attorney. He called me. I told him, this is a problem. This is what you owe. This is what we need. If you come forward, we can get the board to get your interest lower and everything. And they never come back.
But you-
They never
but you
come
have-
back. And I've sent like about 100 emails to this guy, and he never answered. So we
But
have
you-
to go on with the process.
You have a
We
judgment?
always,
You have a judgment?
always offer a deal to discount the fees and penalties.
You have, you have,
And in fact, when Brian approached you, That was why he approached you was, hey, we got this deal. We'll do the same, whatever the deal is. I forget what it is. But to get this settled and get everybody on board. Frankly, I don't think the board or the community wants to foreclose on anybody's property. I don't think that's what we want. I certainly know that we'd like to bring everybody back together into the community. But we can't have people that don't pay their dues.
You're not
going to bury everyone else.
But you're not going to bring this community back together charging them 10% per month plus a $50
Pay
late
your
fee.
dues, it's real simple.
You're not going to do that.
Then I think that the next general meeting, that should be an agenda item.
Cited
That we should say, bring it up and we'll put it on the agenda. We'll do the vote and vote on it. If everybody in the community wants to vote it to 2%, that's what we'll do. And that's why we went from 20 to 10. And we sat right here and there was a whole big crowd of people. And there were some people that had brought their dues up to date that were adamant about not bringing it down any lower than 10%. And that, we want to be a community. If we don't want to charge any interest at all, we can decide as a community not to do that.
I'm not opposed to late fees. What I'm opposed to charging fees that are illegal. I'm not opposed to taking people to court for people that owe legal fees. All right? But when you charge illegal fees and they're up and above, like Side B charges $25. Side B will tell you, you know what, if you bring your fees up, because they don't charge you one late fee, $25, that's it. And if you bring your fees up, we'll waive all your fees. That's bringing a community together. 10% per month, and a $50 late fee, a 10% compounded and a $50 late fee is not bringing the community together.
Our receipt. You were here. I was here. There was a bunch of people here. We all voted on it. Really, I remember it perfectly.
We had to vote. I mean, it's in the thing.
I know.
Well, then maybe you should come up with a proposal. And then we can vote on it.
We try to work with you from the beginning.
Really?
And you don't want to follow the rules.
No,
We have
Lupita,
problems
it's
with
because-
we have problems with the perimeter wall that
Yep.
you broke and put the gate there.
That wall's
We have
not on your
problems-
property. That wall does not belong to you.
We have-
That wall does not belong to you. It's on my property. When I bought the lot, it doesn't matter who built it. I bought the lot. I paid $110,000 for that lot. That wall,
Everybody can go up the wall, through their wall. Come on.
they can do whatever they want. It's on their wall. You can't stop somebody from putting a gate. There's a gate on Side B that's been there for 15 years, 20 years.
Have a wall.
They have a wall. They have a wall, and that's where the gate is.
The whole,
That's another issue.
That's
not-
let's
It doesn't matter.
Let's get back to where we're going.
Did you have a
Okay, one comment before we go on. Fred, I would love nothing better than to see you back on board and that the community is together and we could sit down and try to figure out how to do that. I'm sure the board would love to do that.
Want you
Seriously,
back. We want you back.
we want
We
the
got a lot of-
community
we got-
to have people on board and have a good community here where everybody is paying their dues and everybody's doing stuff together and they're happy to be here.
Doing what's right for everybody.
I personally like to say this $500 so far for legal fees, so, I mean, it's just ridiculous what it
Well, our receivables have gone up because of these fees. People are not going to pay them. If you really want, if that was true, what you just said, you want everybody to be, then you would tell everybody, hey, look, we don't care about the fees. We just want to get the money in. What is it, almost $100,000? If you waived all the fees, everybody would pay.
No,
Oh yeah.
You know what we'll do? We should
Fred,
have
it's
an
been
amnesty
done, and
month.
they don't pay.
No, it hasn't been done.
Yes,
Who
for
will
3 years,
pay?
we didn't charge people any interest.
Yes.
And
When?
then we
What 3
decided
years?
we had to, because there's no incentive to pay. Hey, I don't need to pay.
What 3
But
years?
you took us to court because you said, I don't
I
have
didn't
to
take you
belong."
guys to court. You guys filed on me.
Why don't we go to the next subject? This is
Okay,
going nowhere.
guys, yeah. But, you know,
It's the
we
same
could do an
way.
amnesty month.
That's not a bad suggestion of having some kind of a
Okay.
one-time amnesty.
October.
Yeah, but that's gotta be voted by the general.
Yes,
That's
it
gotta
has
be
to.
Okay,
voted
and
by
then
the
we'll,
general
maybe,
group.
what do you think about that? Just having like, okay, let's pick a
Some kind of
month, this is the month.
amnesty.
I think anybody that decides they want to pay their fees, all the late fees should be waived. There's not a
That's what I'm
cost.
saying, just-
Why?
There's not a cost.
Penalty
Excuse
is
me.
for not paying your dues then, Fred.
Why would
Joe, I
anybody
didn't-
agree on time?
Because there's not a cost, Drew, there's not a cost incurred to the community by not paying your fees.
Yes, there is, Fred. If you were paying your dues and everyone else here was paying their dues without any penalties, we could develop this.
We could.
have if we chose to, a barbecue.
We'd have to
We
vote
could
on it.
repaint-
Yeah,
let me finish. We could repaint everything. We could do the whole tennis court at one time with the fence. We could do a lot of improvements to improve everyone's property value here if people would just simply pay their 3 cents a square foot of their property.
You'd be surprised the people that would pay.
That's the purpose of the
Yes.
procedure.
You know,
You'd be surprised.
4 years ago, we had to raise the dues because Fred and his followers would not pay. That's why we had to raise the dues. So
Okay, but
that's the
let's
effect
think
of
about
not paying
bringing
your
something
dues.
up to vote on.
And
and
Fred, I
see-
told you my opinion on this. If you have a legal issue with the board and association and whatever. you know,
That's why I came.
If you paid your home HOA fees and then sue the board,
Yeah,
then
sue us.
then you are in a position, you have leverage, okay? But right now, you and everybody else that didn't pay HOAs,
Not only have all my fees been paid, they've been paid to the end of the year.
yeah, for that one.
No, for all 3 lots.
But this doesn't do.
100%, so that everybody here knows, 100% of my fees were paid over a month ago, all 3 lots, including the $50 late fee.
I wasn't here when all this started. All I know is it's kind of a mess right now. It'd be nice to get it all kind of brought back together and have a nice meeting. I really do. I think it'd be great.
But you're not going to bring it back together, Brian, if you keep charging people these outrageous fees.
Well, I guess our next meeting, we should probably have that vote. Right now, I don't know. It's easy and hard, and I can't do all of it.
I think we have to have a general vote to do any kind of a waiving of.
Or have a special committee or something like that.
The only thing is,
I think you can pull us together, let's do it.
So,
I'm all for it.
what are you in favor of? Just charging the $50 a month?
I'm in favor of charging a legal fee that you can collect on.
no.
And
And what is that? You talk to Laura, what is the legal fee?
a legal fee, I believe, the interest that you can charge is legally in Mexico is 6% a year.
It's
Legal.
a legal interest. You can have any interest that you want. That's, if you don't have an interest set, that's what you can, that's the most that you can charge. But if you have
So you have it set though.
if you have it set, though, you can charge whatever you want. Even if, it's not whatever you want, it has to be reasonable. That's the problem, Fred. That's why we're recording, because
Then
we say it's reasonable because it was decided by everybody. You say it's not reasonable because your lawyer says it's legal. Well, prove it in court, and then we're gonna be obligated to change that.
It wasn't decided by everybody. It wasn't decided by everybody. It was only decided by a majority, and only the people that were here, because there's the votes. And you can't inflict an interest, like in a contract, if you went and bought a car here in Mexico, and they said, okay, the interest is 80%, and you sign that, you're legally bound. But you can't have an association, you can't have somebody decide an interest rate at 120%, hold on, at 120% against you. It goes back to the legal amount of what Mexico will accept, and it's 6%. And you can't collect over 40% of any fee or any bill that you owe, period.
That's what the courts are resolving right now. So, I mean,
Right. Well,
Again,
we
it's-
shouldn't have to go to court on that.
I mean, that's my job. They tell me what to do, and that's it. I mean, come on.
We shouldn't have to go to court on that. If it was a reasonable fee,
I know. And that's why it's been voted here. So, you know what? I second you if you want to put it on. If you want to put it on
Is that fair?
on the next agenda. Really, I mean, it's.
but my question is, as an
Look,
attorney,
Fred, the point is, we have some kind of leverage to negotiate. Otherwise, with $25 per month, just think about it. What kind of leverage would you have if somebody wouldn't pay for 5 years? I mean, you're talking about $700 over $8,000 that you owe. I mean, it's ridiculous. You don't have any kind of leverage. I mean, it would be a freebie. You know what? Here's your $8,000. Do whatever you want with the $700, which is what you're doing right now.
What cost did the homeowners association? What damages were assessed by the?
They're not going to assess it. Look at the streets.
You can't. Yeah, but you can't.
Forget about the barbecue. Look at the streets. They're full of holes. I don't live here. I don't care, man. But really, I come here and it looks awful. If I want to sell my lots, that's gonna be against me.
You're not going to sell your lots here.
Why not?
Because of the associations. No one wants to come here and live.
It's my option. I can sell it if I want it.
Yeah, you can give them away, but no one wants to come here. And then where are you going to get a water permit?
Of course. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
We're not getting anywhere. Does there any need from them to stay any longer? Does anybody else have any questions?
Can I go with you?
The $500 on recognized deposits, when they get recognized, they will change the P&L. It's the only thing I forgot to mention. There's $500 that somebody paid, right? That we don't know who paid them. Oh, so these will be fixed the following day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So you're welcome.